Thank you for joining us, Ms. Case. A few questions for you about your jury service. So what was your favorite, if anything jumps out, favorite aspect of jury service?
I really like to meet people from every aspect of life by just getting to know people, where they came from, and how different all of us really are. It was really nice to really meet people. We had like people that have traveled the world, and they, just being able to meet new people and see how they feel about what we were doing. It was very enjoyable for that.
And was that something that you experienced mostly kind of throughout the trial, like during lunches and whatnot, or was that kind of during deliberation when that happened mostly?
Well, since we weren't allowed to talk about the case at all while we were together until the last day, until we deliberated, what else can we talk about? Because it's hard to talk about anything but that, because that's obviously what's on your mind. So you talk about where you're from, what do you do, and what have you done. And just that was
Nice.
That's the best part. It really was.
Did you have a least favorite part?
I think it was just with the repeat of the same questions, maybe worded just a little bit differently. Same questions over and over. We understand it. We get it. Move on.
And I hope to avoid falling into that trap here
No.
myself. And this is your first time on a jury, right?
Yes.
Okay, so did your perspective of the system change at all, given your expectations before, or was it similar?
Actually, not really. This was the first time I've ever been called, and that's the first time I've ever served. So, and my dad, he has been called a few times, and he said every time that he's been called, he loved doing it. He's like, you get to see the inner workings of how the system works, and I was really looking forward to doing it.
Were you? How did you feel about the fact that it was a civil case? Did you kind of prefer that it be civil versus criminal, or both might have been? I mean, I guess you haven't experienced the criminal one yet, but
I think my mindset was, because I didn't know there was a difference. So learning the difference between the two. I mean, I don't know if I would. I feel like I would be a lot more nervous about a criminal case, because you're really affecting somebody's livelihood, and I feel like that would need to take more time.
yeah.
And to get all the information, make sure you have your facts straight.
How'd you feel when you originally got the summons?
I got it. It's the first time I ever got it, but I've been living up here in Kansas City for 2 years. I've been living in Missouri for 2 years, and then I got it. And the entire time I lived in Kansas, I never received anything. So I was like, of course. But I'm glad I did do it. I really am, because you do get to see how everything works, and you would just want somebody if I was in that situation, I would want somebody like me to be on their panel.
Last question. So what would you tell a friend or family member if they received a summons?
I actually had another coworker from work. He got one. So he's like, I'm going to have to ask you to pick your brain. I was like, oh, you're going to, I mean, he's in Clay County. So the next county up above us. So he's looking forward to it, because I told him it is, you get to really go into, you learn new things about how everything works. I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much for being with us and
No
for your time.
problem. Thank you.